What's up, everybody? It's Twin Soul Poets. We are your go-to couple for love and relationship advice
Dope spoken word poetry
and
uplifting content.
Come here. Couldn't help myself. Today.
Today we are sharing with you a quickie video. Pun absolutely intended. Based off of a question that we received on Instagram asking when is the right time to have sex when you're dating someone?
It's a very good question. A week?
A month?
A
year?
First date? Quick answer is there is no right answer. We just wanted to discuss today a few things to consider when you're making this decision because it's an important one.
It is. And we are answering this question specifically for those of you who are looking for a long-term monogamous relationship. So if you're enjoying your sexual freedom and your sexual play and you're
Single
doing
life.
the spring thing, go for it, no judgment. But we are answering the specific question for those of you who are looking for long-term commitment and deciding when is the right time.
Another great thing to check out is our playlist right here, Manifest the Love of Your Dreams, where we have tons of great discussions about how to magnetize, attract deep, soulful love relationships in your life. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our content that talks about this.
Yeah. The first thing that we recommend considering when you are trying to make this decision for yourself is that sex is not just a physical act. It is also an energetic one where you're sharing your energy with someone else, and in our opinion, also a spiritual one. So making sure that you know and trust the energy of the person that you're going to engage with sexually is a really great thing to consider before you take the plunge.
Many ancient cultures worldwide saw sexual energy as a very sacred force, deeply tied to our creative energy. When you think about it, just literally it is what we create life with. But it's whether you're making a child or not, you're creating something. That's why we say sometimes making love. David Data is an author and speaker who talks about this concept a lot, especially for men. And sometimes in our culture, for men, it's sort of glorified or very encouraged to have as many partners as you can. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Like sowing your oats, but to simplify it down to maybe just like asking yourself a question as a man, like if you're going to step into this sexual experience with a potential partner, what am I creating here? What am I creating?
That's a great question for anybody to ask before they're engaging sexually, because every act of sexual intimacy is a creation.
Yeah.
The second thing to consider is that sex can sometimes be actually a distraction to getting to know someone.
It's true.
Sex does not require an open heart or even intimacy. And what can happen is if sex becomes the first thing that your relationship is built on, when those chemicals and the infatuation wears off down the road, you may realize that you're looking at someone that you don't really know very well.
Right. And it can actually become an obstacle to getting to know them better because so much focus is going into this physical attraction, which you're just having so much fun with, that you're like not spending as much time or energy thinking about just like becoming friends, like learning about simple day-to-day things about each other. And the thing is, when you do take the time to do that and become just closer with someone, this sexual experience expands so much and becomes a lot more enjoyable.
Agreed. And when you have the sexual attraction and the friendship together, it's like...
Yeah. Also, if you're actually getting to know someone through a more surface level physical sexual experience, you could be trying to use sex as a way to like, oh, I'm gonna make them like me through how I perform in the bedroom. I'm gonna show them that I'm worthy of, a relationship through how good I am at sex. And that's a slippery slope because you get into this like sort of performance based connection, and it sort of loses some of that authenticity and ability to just really be present and connect.
That's an interesting point. That said, there is no timeline that is wrong or right. So you might feel that connection and that trust very early on, or it might take a while to build. Hamilton and I actually started being intimate pretty early on in our relationship.
True.
But there was a very quick and deep connection very early on, really from the moment that we met each other. that both of us just really trusted and flowed with. And that was very outside of my normal approach to relationships. So it is something that you just have to figure out for yourself and not base it off of anybody else's ideas of what's right and wrong.
Each connection has its own unique energy signature, so the fewer expectations you can enter into that with, the better. The more preconceived notions you have from past experiences or relationships could just kind of block you from really feeling into your intuition and into your heart space of what feels right.
The third idea that we want to share is that sex can be seen as a gift that you're giving to each other. And when sex is approached that way, it's most likely to be given a lot more mindfully and with a lot more presence and consideration and that sacred energy that we were talking about, so that it's something that is evolved into through the journey that you're on. And enjoy that time leading up to that. Enjoy all the other sexual play that you can enjoy before whatever you consider the sexual experience to be. Enjoy making out, enjoy holding hands, enjoy that electric energy between you, because that build up and that exploration while that's there is an important time too.
Thinking about it in this way also naturally creates this energy of gratitude too. When you receive a gift, you're inviting the energy of gratitude. You feel grateful. And there was a practice that we read about, I forget what book it was, but where they were suggesting anytime you come together, share intimacy, to just say thank you afterwards to your partner for offering themselves to you in such a deeply intimate way. And I think that's a really nice way to sort of, again, wrap that gift in this energy of gratitude and sort of closing that by saying thank you to each other and just really actively showing that appreciation for what you're sharing with each other.
Because it really is one of the deepest ways that two humans can connect with each other, and that deserves some freaking praise. And culturally, I think that, I don't know that, especially in American culture, that's appreciated for what it is and what it can be and the power behind that. I mean, there is other levels of sexuality that I think we don't even delve into in our culture, where people are using it for manifestation and creation and evolving spiritually. And I think there's just a lot of levels that sex can be experienced on. And again, if it's just for the physical release, no judgment, but just know that there are other layers and dimensions to be explored. And if you're someone who's looking for a long-term relationship, that is definitely worth considering. The fourth thing is to follow your intuition. When you're considering all of these things, do what feels good. When you ask yourself, am I ready to have sex with this person? Does it feel like an absolute excited yes, or is there some hesitation? One tool that's really cool to use is to kind of go through a 1 through 10 scale based on how you feel. Do you feel a 3 about having sex with this person, or do you feel an 8? I would say anything like 7 or higher, you're probably in the area where you're ready to give it a go. But if you're at maybe a 6 and under, maybe that means to take some more time with it, or ask yourself what's in the way, what's blocks. Do you have an intuitive feeling that you need to get to know them better? Or if it's a 9, ask yourself why. I really feel like I trust this person. I love the time that we spent together. I'm very excited to have this experience with them. It feels right. Asking yourself these questions can lead to answers that are very insightful and will also make you feel more comfortable with your decision.
The truest answer is only going to come from your heart.
If this video inspired any questions for you, or if you have any questions in general about love and relationships, please ask them in the comments section below, and maybe we'll make a video about it.
If you're looking for ways to manifest your sexy dream partner, check out this video here on how to manifest love while you sleep. Ooh, it's a cool one.
Remember to subscribe now and hit that bell icon, and we will see you in the next video.
Peace. And we're gonna go have sex.
What?